Okay, so dear students, how you came up with this? For these pages, we have just seen it that we go to File, New, then you click on Document, you click on Print. These are the default pages that we have so far worked on. You can just click on Print and then select if you want a magazine of A3 or A4. You just need to click on it and then cite the number of pages. I want 5 pages. Then you click on it, and then your 5 pages are clearly given to you in this setting. So these are the 5 pages. This is my first work that I have. This is the second one. This is just the navigation arrow. These are the tools. They do resemble the tools that we've been using in Photoshop. They will just change a little bit. If you go closer, the namings they do come. Pen tool, you have line tool, you have the type tool, and sometimes those tools, they have some indicators that they are more tools. If you right click on them, then we can have type on the path. These are all tools that you can go and navigate. Then the gap tool, if you want to create a gap within your work, you can use that simple tool. Then we also have the page tool. So these tools are very important when you start your work. Then we have our menu up here. You need to learn how to use it because we are going to frequent using the file. Then we have the edit. Then we have the layout of your pages. You can see that even the pages, you can add more pages from here. So you can do anything that you want, insert pages, move pages, duplicate pages, even delete them. You can do it from here, or you can just come direct here and then you do it by right clicking and then you remove the page that you don't want. And right now we have 4 pages. You right click on the page, then you delete it. You can right click on the page, duplicate, and then you have more pages in your work. And then we can see we have type. This is where we can do some bit of the work of changing the font styles and many other things if you wanted to change. And then we shall see how do you add those special characters. As we move on, we'll be in position to get them. Then we have objects. This is where we do the arrangements. Then the tables, we can also create tables. We shall see if we want to create a calendar. You can easily create a calendar from scratch, or you can use what we shall see next week as the wizard, and then you create a calendar quickly. Then we have view, whatever you want to view on your site, you can click on it. And then we have windows, whatever you are missing. Some of you may call me that you don't see layers, you don't see effects. Click on them, then the effects will come, and then you add them onto your work, and the effects will be there. So you click on anything. You want tables, we have types and tables. That's where we find the paragraphs, and then you can add it in your work, okay? That the time reaches that you want to use them, it becomes very easy. So you are just arranging your easy storyboard. So let us try and do some few things to get a little bit of inspiration, and then we start that journey of being more practical using InDesign. There are some few things that we are going to look at today. One thing, when you want to become an expert in design or designing whatever you want to design, you need to have a sketch. If I'm going to design a book cover, you need to have a sketch. What we are going to use, we use flames. We have 2 flames. We have a flame tool, and then we have a rectangle tool. They do differ. If I come and I click on the flame, here, let me choose it. It is that flame that I have just chosen. Then I click also on the rectangle tool. I just want to show you the difference. If you look at them, you're going to see a total difference. This one has a line. This one has no line. That means this is a complete shape. And the first one, it is not a shape. for it, it is a flame that you can change. And if you want to preview how it will look like at the end, then we want to go through it and then see. Let me take my component down here so that I'm not disturbed. Okay, so I want to see whatever work that I'm working on. You can come on view, then we have screen mode. We have screen mode. Right now in our work, it is in normal, but you can change it even to presentation. You can use Shift W, Shift plus W, then you can see how your complete work will look like. So members, the flame was here, we can't see it, but we can see this. That is the beauty of using the flame, that it can guide you when you are handling your work. So I just want to remove this completely so that I come up with my work. I'm just deleting it. So these flames, you can even redesign them. And then you say that here I will need to have my heading. Then you come back and then design another flame. Then here I will need to have a story. Then I will need also to have another story here. Okay, so once you have your stories, then you can just say that, let me just give them different colors. So once you have selected it, on our sides here, or on the properties, we have properties here. Whatever you select, the properties are aligned here. You can strictly come and then change. Right now it has no color. You can come, click on it, and then fade it with a given color. You click on the shape, and then click on fill, and then you give it a color. Click on the shape, click fill, and then you can give it a color. So if you use Shift W, this is the way the work will look like. Okay, so with your flames, then I'm using escape button to go back to my design view. So this shape, you can even manipulate it the way you want. You can change it completely. Just need to click on it. You can change it completely, and then maybe come up with another design. Okay, depends on you, the designer, what you are preferring to use. The good thing with these shapes, you can even copy and paste them. I have just copied and then I pasted it. So it helps me to come up with any design that I want for my work. So I will just use Shift W to see how my layout of my work looks like. Now, we are going to use the same components. I will just fill them without any color. I will just showing you if they do have colors, how they look like. But you can remove the colors to apply to none. Just click and then apply to none. Click and then apply to none. So we have our shapes here. So now I'm going to start feeding information. Today, we are going to look at how do we add pictures, how do we even add text. If you have already cited that flame, you can click on T, this is our type, and then click inside that flame. Once you click inside that flame, you can start writing your story, whatever story that you want. Or you can go and open any story that you had, just paste it there and the story will come. But without wasting time, we have already embedded stories. So if I go to type and I go to fill with placeholder text, I go to type and then I click on fill with placeholder type. It will fill in some information. Yes, we may not be in position to understand which language is this. Let me bring it closer to your side, some of you who are here. So you bring it here. The language may not be convincing to your side, but at least you can have the content. So I'm just doing it for easy manipulation in my classes. So I can click here, T, inside that frame. I click on type, and then I fill. So then I have my story, click here, click type, and then you click fill. So I'm going to click Shift W to see my content. Shift plus W. So that's the way I have arranged my story. That's why I say that it is very easy to use it for your newspaper. In New Vision, they use InDesign to design newspaper with a combination of all the softwares that we are learning. So I'm using Escape to go back. So once you have your news here, you can just keep on manipulating. Members, mark this. You can watch this down here. You're going to see that we have a red marker here. That red marker means that there are some few content which is still pending because I have reduced it to now see here there's nothing. But if I dare try to reduce, it is showing that plus with the red marker, meaning that there are some content that I have hidden. If I want that content, I just click on it and my content will be here. Now you can see it on my mouse. So if I want, I can add it somewhere. I just need to draw here and then my information will be added here. That's why even in New Vision, the story can be written on page 1 and they take it to page 20. So that way, that's the way they can get the story. Click on it. You have your story. Now come and design where your story you want to go. Then it will be added. You can see that there are some which are missing. You can align it until your stories are inside. So that's the way we make arrangements with our design. So I've just tried to come up with that type of preparation. So after that, I will just quickly come here, and then we're just seeing some few basics today. So you can just come type New Vision. It is very small, but you can select it. And after selecting, we said the properties. Mind about the properties. The properties come this side, but if you're using other versions, the properties, they come up here. Like mine is the latest, the properties are on this side, but I can also pull them on this side. But the properties, they do come here. So after that, let me see where I can add them here. I've just added them on this side to ease my work. You can also bring them back. That is the flexibility with them. So you can just come and see that it is very small. So it is already 20. You can add it, and then it becomes very bigger. Then you can come and change the colors if you want. You come and fill it with a given color, red. Okay, you come and select whatever color you prefer. Then we can use Shift W to see our work. Shift plus W, sorry. View, screen, then presentation. So you design your work like that. So how do you put text? We have seen it. I'm going to add how can we add an image? So for that one, we have seen how to add text, but we haven't gone further. We haven't gone into more advanced settings. So you can just come, select, and then select. Okay, and then select. So whatever you want, you select. So after that, I can say I want to add a picture here. How do you add a picture? You select the frame where you want the picture to go to File, go to Place, and then look for any picture that you want to add in your work. So right now I'm looking for materials to be added in my work. All these are materials that you can easily add in your work. And once you add it, it is very small. But once you have added and it is very small or it is very big, you can click on the picture inside, right click on it, and then click fit. There are two or more. They are fill frame or fill content. That means if I fill frame, that means I'm going to fill the frame to the size of the image. But if I click fit content, that means I'm fitting the image to the size of the frame. Let us see. If you click, automatically it will try to go to the size of the frame. If I click here, I click place, and then you get any image. You click on it. You have seen that this image is so big. If you click on it, remember, see outside, that is the size of the image. If you want, you can resize it inside, but it will be to the shape of that given frame. If you want, right click, click fitting, then try to fit it, and then it will fit accordingly. Or you can, we have another option. There is also fit content to the frame. It fits the size of the frame. And then you can go and then see your work, how you have done it. So adding a picture, that's the way we can add a picture. How do we add a color? That's the way we can add colors onto our work. You add colors onto your work, and then you can come up with something. You can also come and then select a frame which can cover the whole of the screen. And after that, change its color. And then you have seen that it is in front, so you can easily come, right click on it, right click onto that frame, and then click arrange backwards, and then your work will be arranged accordingly. So you have your frame like that. So the pages that I've designed, if I use the navigation arrow on my keyboard, I can be in position to see them. Okay, members, we are not doing anything professional right now. We're just seeing the basics of some of the things that you may use when you're doing your work. Okay, now we have our work that we have designed. Let us try to add some things here. How do I bring my work closer? I use Control Alt and the mouse. The mouse has a roller. You roll it in front, and then you can do something. So I have my flame here. I want to add a flame here. Now I'm starting to make some, I want to make some good work out of what I've been doing. So I just come, change its color. Okay, then if I want to see how it looks like, we just go to screen mode, presentation. Now I've started putting different separators to make sure that my work looks a little bit organized. So you can come back, bring it closer, make a frame that I've just created. I can copy and paste it. Then you can take it somewhere else, and then you see how your work will look like. Okay, so you have started now to create your story out. You have been seeing those stories in newspaper where they are separated by those kind of margins or lines, so you can design it quickly in that setting. Okay, so other basics that we may look at today, because I don't want to take it too much as it is the first time to look at how we use it. We are going to see how, once you are done with your work, how do you save your work? Okay, but before that, somebody, like some of you have designed your magazine cover page. I've just looked at some of the magazine cover page. I want to appreciate some of the work that you have submitted. Yes, My Muzungu, that is Muhammad, your work, I've just looked at it. It had a lot of art in it. I appreciate your magazine cover page. Okay, it was artistic a lot. So members, what if you want to add a complete magazine cover page? You can come, select the whole page. You go to File, look for the images. I can come on the file and I look for the images. I had some few images that I had worked on. Let me see whether they can bring for me something. I just need to select it and I bring it. Yes, it's somehow small. So we say that you click on it, right click on it. Right click, I want to click on the image that I have just brought, right click on it, fit to the content. And if somebody looks at your work, automatically, within a click, you have used your Photoshop, you have just brought here a picture, then you are going to have a complete image without a complete magazine, without a second. That is your magazine, the way it will look like. You design it, you just bring your pages here. You go to the other pages, you design them accordingly. So that's the way you can start the journey of your what? Of your magazine, to put important information. Now look at this, what I'm going to do. I've just said how to put images. I told you that when you click on any tool, sometimes when you right click on it, it brings more other opportunities. So I have just chosen that. I said you can click on it and copy and paste. With InDesign, it always gives you the alignment, keeps giving you how it is aligned. So I have these images. I want to select all of them at once. I pull it upwards a little bit so that they are balanced onto my work. You can use even the mouse or the keyboard navigation arrows. So you just click on the flame. Then members, watch this. If you come and then give them different colors, you come here, fill them with the different colors. Come here, click on it, fill it with a different color. Then let us go and watch on view. You click on view, then screen mode, then you click on presentation. That's the way to look like. Now, what if I come back and then I bring the images? I click on it, click file, click place. Place, it is where we click to add a given image in our work. So I want to quickly add something in my work. I have some few images here. Just need to get it, click open, and the image will go in. It is so big, but you can use once that hand comes, click on it to see the size of it. You can just pull. You are pulling only the image. You can pull it a little bit and then you stop there. You click on another one, you go on. These are all techniques which are used to come up with powerful magazine if you want to design magazine, okay? So you come, want to use the same lady, click on it, pull it a little bit until you see that it is perfect for you. Click on another one, and then you look for another image, bring it. I said, once you don't click on the image, automatically you may distort the flame. Click inside the image and then pull. Here you are pulling the image only. Okay, so let us see what we are creating. If I go to view and I click screen mode presentation, this is what we are having on our magazine page. Look at somebody who has designed that, and then you go to other pages, you go to like, this is very fake for the beginning. We shall waste more time on it next week, and then we perfect on it, inshallah. So you come back and then on this page. Now, I can go back and I create another flame. A flame which is going to have content about this people. Without wasting a lot of time, I will just click, I created a flame, then click on T, click inside it, then you can type about her, okay, but because for me, I don't have a lot of information about her, I'll just come, I'll put that. I've not done even an alignment, but you can go align your information from here, reorganize it, append you to make sure that it is more organized. Okay, so let me leave it at that stage. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this and then I paste it again. I drag it somewhere here. I paste another one. I drag it on another person here. Okay, so I want to try and this one, pull it downwards a little bit. Then if you go back, you're going to see from whatever you're doing, we are perfecting a little bit. Now look at our work that we have designed. It's all about them, but you are not yet done as those perfect people who are doing the work perfectly. You are not yet done. You can come back and then perfect it the more. How? You can just easily come, create a flame here, a complete flame, which may stop there, give it a color. So I've given it a given color. Then let us look at what I've just designed to see whether it has brought some changes. Now look at the difference that we are coming up with. I will just come back again. This is just simple manipulation, guys. It is just your creativity which will bring that output clearly. Somebody else may, I'm going to change, each image, I'm going to give it a different design. Now for this one, I will just need to come, I create something small, which is going to stop here. And then I give it a color, or maintain the same color. Another designer may just decide to do it like that. Let us look at what comes perfect. Another one designs it like that. Okay, more, you can also come up with another component where you can duplicate this shape and then you take it somewhere when it is ending, where it ends. Okay, all those are techniques. Another one may bring the same component. Let me bring it here without wasting a lot of time. And then I pull it a little bit, okay? And then I copy that, I paste it. Another one may take it here when the story is beginning to hold the story. So let us see what we are coming up with. So all that makes your work looks very nice altogether, so that the story becomes more advanced. But we are not yet there, or at least something organized is coming on board. So look at the first page, which you may design even using your Photoshop, and then you drag it here, and then you have this, you have your 4 pages design, and then you do a submission of your work. Using the same technique, you can design a newspaper. Okay, so members, that is Indesign for the beginning. That is the preamble, the components that we need to look at as we start Indesign. Then once you are done, how do you save it? You go to File. You may save the work that you are working on. If you are still working on it, you just need to click Save, and then you save it as Indesign. That means anytime you can come back and then do more work on it. So I'm calling it sample, and then you save it. So once you have saved it, that means you can use even another machine, and then you do your work. How do you save the complete one? You go to File, and then you go to Export. Now, what type? Exporting, you can export it to different types. Here they are saying PDF, experience, then for mobile app, then we have PDF interactive, then PDF for printing. So I always prefer PDF interactive when you are doing your assignment. All your assignment, I want them in PDF interactive. Then unless you are going to take it to NASA Road for printing, that's when you can convert it to PDF. print, but interactive, it makes my work easy. You can even save it as images, but the problem with saving them as images, it means that each page that you see there will come individually. So I'm going to save my work as PDF interactive, and I click save. Then this is just English. They're asking you to save all the pages. Yes. Okay. All pages are needed. This is how the default, how you want them. You may say default or actual size, but leave it as default. The layout, leave it as default. Okay. Then other options, you just click export. This is a warning. They are warning you that it may overlap some pages up to 4. Just click OK, and once you are confused, click cancel. So I'm converting all of them, and now I'm done with all the pages. Okay, I hope that you are seeing my pages, members. I hope that you can see the complete one. So that is the complete output that we have produced. Okay, I hope you can see all the components. Okay, is it okay? Members, Fatuma, are you seeing the final product? I may assume that you are seeing it. This is the final product that you are seeing. Is there anybody to reply me whether you are seeing it?
It's clear, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the final product that we have tried now. That means you can come up with a perfect output at the end. So next week, when we get the chance, inshallah, we are going to add more organized settings in our work so that it looks more perfect. Among the assignment that you guys, you may try out in your free day, in your free time, get a newspaper and design that front page. Get a newspaper. You may not use the same images, but get any newspaper and design the way it is. You can take its picture, and that one you can freely even send it on my WhatsApp to always help you. That work, let us submit it on my WhatsApp. Wherever finishes, you submit it on my WhatsApp number. I look at it, we comment on it, and then you go and change. So you are designing a first page of a newspaper, whatever newspaper that you may feel like, but not red paper. Or there are those fake kind of newspapers. Okay, is there anybody with a question? I'm seeing Kato, you had a hand. Please, can you speak up?
Master, I would wish to know how to make the